Hey guys, Evan Dan here. In this video, I'm going to talk about Taobao.com. I'm going to talk about how to make use of this wonderful website to do your product research. For those who have actually never been to China, maybe have not heard of Taobao.com, Taobao.com actually is simply the Amazon of China. So in Taobao.com, you can basically find anything you want there, from the weirdest of things, from cockroaches to live worms to pets to everything. But however, the one drawback of Taobao.com is that it actually does not support dropship. It is actually catered to the local consumers in China. So why and how do I use Taobao to do product research? In fact, I only use Taobao.com to just look for trends and look for indicators. What is hot in China probably may work also elsewhere in the world. So right now, let's look into how to make use of Taobao. Alright, so right now we're actually at Taobao. So when you first arrive on Taobao, don't feel intimidated because you can't understand anything, everything's in Chinese. Worry not. Right now there are so many translation tools out there. Just go ahead and use Google Translate. Let's say for example you are in the baby niche or in the kitchen niche. Simply type in kitchen products and type it into the search bar and you get back with many interesting products. So one other key thing about Taobao is that it actually brings back a lot of interesting products when you type in keywords like interesting, creative, innovative. You'll be surprised at the results these keywords bring you back with. So right now, because as me and Steve can both type Chinese, we are going to type the word interesting in here. So it's actually 有趣 in Mandarin Chinese. It actually means interesting. So just go ahead, type this in or copy and paste from your Google Translate and just type it in here. You'll be able to see that there are tons and tons of interesting products that you may have not ever seen anywhere else. So when you type in interesting, so right away we see some of the interesting, cool products. Like over here you see like a scarecrow lamp. This is something like a plant pan, a lemon sharpener or something. There's tons and tons and tons of interesting products, like a bird, really cute bird lamp. Apparently what I see here is that this cat makes a meow sound, like interesting gifts to girls and stuff. So Taobao will always come back with a lot of these interesting products. So another way to really sort things out is by clicking over here. You see these two words, 销量. This actually means the number of sales. So you're going to sort products according to the number of sales. So for those who can't really find this word, you can simply just right click on Google Chrome, translate the entire page. After you have translated the page, you can see all these really key important metrics to sort accordingly. So you can see sales volume, popularity from high to low. So right now, let's look at some of the interesting products that's sorted from popularity of high to low. So you can see some of these fidget toys, previously the fidget cube, the fidget spinner were really popular and hot products. So over here we can see some interesting like pen that's made to look like a plant. So over here you can see there's another interesting like robot-like mechanical thing. This work has really good gifts as well. Over here you see the galaxy lamp. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before on Facebook. Someone sold this really well, on Shopify through dropshipping. And an interesting bird lamp, really cute one. It might cater to the kids, the parents who want to buy really interesting, cute lamps for their kids in their rooms. So right now you've seen, there's tons and tons of interesting products that I've actually never seen before in my life. So by coming to Taobao, it gives you the inspiration, and ideas of interesting products to sell and dropship. So now that you have seen all these interesting products, and let's say you have decided to add one of these items onto your store. But remember, the one drawback that Taobao has is that the vendors don't support dropship. So what do you do from here? So the easiest way is actually go to AliExpress.com again, as that's the most popular dropship website for you to use. So for example, let's say if you want to sell something like that, so this is the inspiration you've gotten from Taobao. So try looking for this product in AliExpress. So let's head over to AliExpress. So how do I actually look for this? So maybe type in the main keywords as plant pen, right? So let's see what I get. All right, so as you can see here, there are tons and tons of similar products. Like this is probably the exact same one that you see on Taobao. I mean, it looks almost exactly the same. Now that you've actually found the exact same product that you've actually found on Taobao, you can actually add this product to your Shopify store, and right away you're able to dropship. So let's say, for example, in a situation where you're unable to find the product, in the other section we have talked about how to look for and find your personal, dropship agent in China. So simply, when you find interesting products on Taobao, you can simply, take the pictures and send it to your agent, and he'll be able to go look it and procure it for you. So this is one of the many ways you can actually make use of Taobao to look for inspiration and interesting products to sell. Alright, so before we end off this video, let's go through and look for another example that you might possibly be able to look for from inspiration and ideas from Taobao and look it from AliExpress to sell on your Shopify store. So let's go back to the original one we've seen here. So let's say you have found this galaxy lamp in Taobao and you found this inspiration right here. So proceed, go to AliExpress, look for galaxy lamp. Right, see, right away you'll be able to find so many choices of lamps that have the equal and same effect from where you found it in Taobao. So this is the most effective way of using Taobao.com to find inspiration and products to sell on your Shopify store. So make sure you go through Taobao or have your staff go through Taobao on a daily basis to look for new and interesting products to sell. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead to Taobao and start looking for your next product to sell on your Shopify store. I'll see you in the next video.